Concert Crew Podcast.
Yes.
We're back again.
Yes, we are.
Today we have another anniversary.
Why not?
We're celebrating Ironman.
How many years?
25th anniversary. Ironman 25. Ghostface's his debut album. 25th anniversary of Ironman Ghostface Killah's debut album. So let's get right into it.
Please.
Ironman. What was the climate in hip hop at the time this album came out? The album broke up. That's when you know it was getting
this a classic, man. Surprised you still got it, Carl. On some real shit.
I got the original.
You got the original
The
look
original.
too. Yeah.
I was there. Let's go. Talk about it.
So let's just see where so 25 years ago, October 1996.
End of October 1996.
Tupac just passed away.
Tupac passed away a month before.
It's like right in the middle of it because Biggie's still alive, so that's still ongoing beef.
Well, Pac was a big blow.
Pac was a huge blow.
That wasn't just no regular situation.
That was a big deal for hip hop.
Yeah,
that was East Coast, West Coast.
That was a big deal.
That was a big deal for hip hop.
Right now, the Wu is still strong, making dope albums. This is another chamber from the Wu. You know what I'm saying? This is Ghostface's story now.
Was it highly anticipated by you?
For me, yes. I mean,
what made it that way?
Well, see, actually, Iron Man's the first WU-TANG album I bought.
Wow. He's a little younger.
I'm a little younger. So Iron Man, I remember going to Borders Cafe.
Wow.
And paid like $22 for this CD, and the Soul Controller was on there, which shows that it was like one of the first releases of the album. So so Iron Man was this album is special to me. This is one of my favorite Wu solo albums.
Wow. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think I bought this album. I think this is one of the cases. No, I didn't steal. I think this is one of the cases where people used to bring stuff over your house and then
it was left.
You kept the stuff that you liked and didn't leave. No, it happened to me a lot of times. But Freaks, I don't want to go down memory lane today on this 25th
you got one of his
anniversary.
albums?
You got a lot of my albums, but that's another story.
Nah,
that's another story for another day.
All false tales.
But
accusations.
But I don't think I actually bought this album. You know, I think somebody left it. I think somebody left this over my house, and I never gave it up.
Probably was me.
It wasn't you for sure.
Probably was me.
Nah, it definitely wasn't you. I think it was Corey Alls, actually. Shout out to Corey Alls. I think it might have been his.
Thank you, Corey, for Iron Man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for leaving it over my crib. But, Tupac passed away. But, of course, All Eyes on Me earlier that year. And he's about to have another monster after his death that's about to drop.
Yeah.
You know, you got classic albums. You got Reasonable Doubt, you know, this year. You know, so Jay-Z's giving a name for himself. You got the Fugees switching it up a little bit with a different sound. They bubbling. Like, you got Outkast, ATL, Atlanta's on the map, killing it right now.
Redman, Muddy Waters. Well, did that come out?
Redman's coming up.
Yeah,
it's coming up towards the end of the year. So a lot of dope music. Wu-TANG is still bubbling, and this is kind of the last album of the first tier solo album.
We had the Mob too this year, didn't we? If I'm mistaken.
Hell on Earth.
Hell on Earth did come out this year. Absolutely.
Classic.
And it definitely is a classic.
Yeah. Straight classic.
Drop a gem on them, Freaks.
Yeah. So where was Ghostface at before the album dropped? Where was Ghostface at in the ranks of the Wu-TANG members, you think? Where would you rank him before this album dropped?
Well, to me, without the popularity and just off bars, it's Ray and then him. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Ray, then him, then Meth.
I respect that.
You feel me? And Meth is only their popularity from his popularity and him being a big star, being third. Because honestly, I would put the Jizza up there because the Jizza was always one of my guys, and the Jizza always was like, he was that top tier of the rap for them. Sort of like a Conway situation, but the shine goes to Benny a little bit. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And like, but Meth, Ghost was right there, man. It was him and Ray. Ray was just always my favorite, man, because Ray had that slick dialogue, man. But Ghost just showed how unique his style was and how he could play with the words and gather it all up. And his style alone and him styling from his jewelry and everything, it just brought a whole lot to the table. And him and Ray was like, man, kicking him, Ray and Ghost. I mean, him Ray and Cap.
Well,
it was like a peanut butter jelly with the bread. You know what I'm saying?
With the bread.
With the bread.
Well, I'm gonna say,
great sandwich.
I'm not gonna go on like how I feel all time and long term. I'm gonna go at the time this was dropping, and at the time this was dropping, he kind of falls in line to me on kind of the line of the albums that dropped. You know, Meth was moving. ODB had a bigger demand. GZA dropped a classic.
No. It was Raekwon, then GZA.
Yeah, Raekwon. I mean, you're right. Yeah. Raekwon, he dropped the classic. GZA dropped the classic. So I gotta feel like at that time, Ghostface is fifth because he's next up. He's next up. So I'm gonna say fifth, and not saying that who's the best MC of them or not, but I'm just talking about in the ranks of the Wu and the demand at the time. He's number 5.
Right.
He's number at the time that before this dropped. He's number 5 to me.
I mean, but that just shows how deadly these MCs are. It's like, yo, who want to go first? Like, it's tough, yo. It's tough.
But after Only Built for Cuban Links, it was clear like, okay,
all right.
We need Ghostface now.
Yeah,
because he shined on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So because he shined on the album, you know.
And I think Ray lined him up. You know what I'm saying? Because Ray let him like hold them interludes down, so it made you want more from him. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what led us in to the Ironman, because he was so potent on Cuban Link that you was like, yo, he got to be next with the album. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, just think about it. Like, yo, he put Ghost on his album cover, and he said featuring
absolutely
Ghostface Killah. Like,
and then he returned the favor.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, that Ghostface was heavy on Cuban Links, and that was the hell of an alley-oop.
Yeah.
Like that was a big deal.
That was that 1-2 punch that they had.
They loved it.
Carl.
Loved it.
That's exactly what that was.
I mean, but also show like the brotherhood. Like, yo, we gonna make this album together. Like, yo, it's Freak's turn to make an album. Let's all get on this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just showing like that unity. Beautiful thing.
So expectations of Iron Man before it came out.
I just thought it was going to be like the part 2 of Cuban Links. You know what I'm saying? Like it was what was needed next following Cuban Links. Like it was like, all right, we couldn't wait now. All right, what's next? Because you just hit us with this. You get something after this gotta follow, and it wasn't a letdown. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, man, like the Wu was something powerful.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? They was a strong team. They wasn't just no mediocre team.
They were a movement.
You got they was a serious situation, man. Dealing with it to a fact that the people that you really were made overlook due to the fact that the star power of Ray, Ghost, Method Man, ODB.
Yeah.
Them guys was coming strong now. Because you got Capadonna coming on. He coming on this album. He got classic, memorable verses.
Ice Cream.
For real. Like this, like
Cap is
that
coming.
have you to a point like, all right, I'm waiting on Cap album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, and that's how it was, man. It was a hell of a movement, man.
Nah, absolutely. This man, we heard All That We Got Is You was the first single, so which was kind of different for a Wu single, but the song was so powerful, like it anticipated, like, damn, Ghost is coming. But he got his own twist to his joint. That's a little different from Ray, even though you heard him on Ray. But that first single was powerful.
Yeah.
And you knew, and I kind of agree with you, Freaks. It was like, damn, Iron Man, Ghost joint gonna be a continuation of Cuban Links, which I don't think it was, but that's how you felt at the time. But still, you were anticipating like Ghost is coming. Ghost shined on Cuban Links.
Because they had a rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
Coming.
They had a rhythm at the time.
He coming for sure. So Iron Man by Ghostface Killah was released on October 29th, 1996 on Razor Sharp Epic Records. The album was recorded in 1996 and produced almost entirely by the RZA, except for one song that was produced by True Master. Raekwon and Capadonna were on the cover. with Ghost listed as co-stars. Let's go right there to the album cover and what that meant before we get to the music.
I mean, Ghost is my man's the Wallaby champ. So you see him pushing out the Wallabies. You know what I mean? Different colors. Got the gray and
this is
red,
a real album. That's why it's falling apart. It's real shit.
This thing is actually disintegrating in my hand as I speak.
Now he said
watch him, Carl.
He said the cover was based off of the Cuban Links skit when they were talking about the Wallabies.
Blue and green.
So they wanted to expand on that. They got all the Wallabies.
They wanted to explain it and let you see what they were seeing. They want you to see that vision, like that formula. That's why they got certain pairs, and it's like a chemist in a lab, and that's how they was looking at it. Like they was always in the lab putting these fly colors together on one of the most softest, keeping it thorough type.
The Clarks.
Oh man, shoe ever probably, man.
He had Cap and Ray with him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was a good look.
Had the whole warehouse behind them.
Yeah, their gear.
The heavy colorful. Tommy Hill polo. Yeah, at the time, heavy Cubans. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like everything was real with that joint, man. It made you feel it, man. It had Jokers getting I remember Jokers had the lugs on. Getting the lugs dyed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real. I remember. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I had the real shit. Real joints. I used to get El Nino to dye my joints. El Nino dyed them. Shout out to L.
Shout out to L.
Ghost had my man had the big Jesus piece at the time. That was fresh at the time.
Yeah, that joint was major.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. The album cover was just crazy. The album cover was crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
Started off, it made you understand.
Before you even heard the music.
Before you even heard the music, man. Word. Dope.
All right, let's get into it, man. Ironman.
Let's go.
25th anniversary. The first track, Iron Maiden, featuring Raekwon and Cappadina. The intro is the movie, The Education of Sonny Carson. That interlude.
That's a crazy movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Word. It's a nice beat, man. Al Green sample. They all go in, but I like how Ray starts this one off out. He starts out on this joint.
Raekwon is on his A game on this album, man. He's on his A game.
Yes, he is.
Classic beat, classic rhymes.
He is not playing no game.
This is a nice joint. To start the album out. A nice joint to start the album out with. Track number 2, Wildflower. This has part of the movie JD's Revenge on it. Ghost is telling storytelling about a female that did him dirty. You know, the beat wasn't my favorite though. The beat on this joint wasn't my favorite though.
You tripping?
I like it.
Even the interlude.
I like the beat.
Even the interlude. She come. Probably the best fucking ever.
The interlude though. I wasn't really big on this beat.
He was like,
He said, you better talk to him.
He said, oh my, that's my man. He said, you better go kill him.
You better go talk to him.
You better go talk to him.
Damn.
No smoking the lungs. No smoking the lungs. Come on, stop it. How you ain't like this beat?
And I wasn't big on this beat though. It's cool though. It's cool. He's telling the story though.
Who was homegirl that came in ripping it, Sean, on that?
What's her name?
The first bars from the rip.
Jamie Summers. Yeah, Jamie Summers. Yeah. Which actually he talks about on Daytona 500. Jamie Summers got trained on the tour bus. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Track number 3, The Faster Blade, featuring Raekwon. This is a Raekwon solo song.
Yeah.
And I like this
beat.
That's love right there.
That beat was it sound dum dum.
This beat sounds like, I feel like this is an older beat. This sounds like it's an older beat. Like RZA might have had this early on and just held on like to this.
It was supposed to be on a different album.
Yeah. But the beat is dope. I just feel like it sounds like it could be older, like with the WU-TANG album or something like that.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I liked.
This beat was crazy. And Raekwon's solo song, 3rd song of the album, he got a solo record.
Yeah.
And he killed it. The beat is dope. I feel like this song could have been like in 1994 or something. This song could have been made. It still would have been dope though.
So that's just showing love to Raekwon after Ghost had a solo out. He had a solo song on back on Cuban Links. So that's dope.
All right. Track number 4, 260, featuring Raekwon.
Classic Ray and Ghost.
I got to take them off here.
Got to take them off here.
I got to take them off here.
It's only right.
It's only one.
Sucker think
It's me.
he good.
Yeah.
Sucker think he can whip me. That nigga whole style is
The
chump.
whole style is chump. Yeah.
Yo, another storytelling joint. I like this beat, man.
He said, let me get mine. After I get mine, y'all can do what y'all want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This song,
This sounded like a movie coming on.
This song got the clip
Sound
from
like-
the movie The Education of Sonny Carson
Right.
too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this joint dope. I like this beat, man. It's crazy. Track number 5, Assassination Day, featuring Inspector Deck, Raekwon, and the RZA. This song uses clips from the movie The Usual Suspect and Crying Freeman.
Yes, when they was on the boat.
Yeah.
It was like, there's no coke, you dumb fuck. Yeah.
Yo, Inspector Deck kicks off this song first,
this
and you
beat.
already know the vibes when
Yeah.
Inspector Deck go first.
No smoking alarms, no smoking alarms.
I like this beat. This beat is hard. It kind of starts off different than the beat. When the beat drops, it changes. Man, Inspector Deck go. Man, this makes me miss and wish that he didn't lose his album so I could have heard the right Inspector Deck album because he killed this verse.
That joint go,
Damn.
oh.
Damn.
Assassination Day hard.
I love that joint. Yo, even RZA gives a good verse.
RZA gives
Right,
goes
yo,
off
tonight.
RZA goes off on this.
RZA
Totally
does
fight
get
it
off
like
on that
big.
joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Assassination Day. Track number 6, Poisonous Darts.
This joint.
Ghost going in by himself.
Yeah.
You know, with
Yeah.
Poisonous Darts, you already know
Let me
what that
introduce you to my water technique.
Yeah. Actually,
with
with this beat, Deck uses this again on his first solo album, but he slows it down.
Uncontrolled Substance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they kind of
Hey man,
recycle
that's
stuff.
Wu
you know
Brothers.
what I
Check the
mean?
fly shit, son.
Yeah.
He Ghost going in
What the
on
fuck
this.
I got to lose?
Definitely.
He's going in. Oh man. Track number 7, Winter Wars, featuring Capadonna, You God, Master Killer, and Raekwon. Classic Wu
Absolutely.
Posse cut.
Which was also featured on the
Don't Be a Menace
soundtrack.
Don't
Yeah,
be a menace in
to
South
Society.
Central
Yeah.
while drinking juice in the hood. This is a classic Wu Posse cut, man.
Hell yeah.
They
This
all
joint
killed.
go
They
in.
all killed it. But Capadonna went off on
Stands
this
out.
joint.
He stands out on this joint.
Capadonna
definitely goes
spazzed
in.
out.
Yeah.
Yes, this shit is raw coming at your
your
door.
door.
Start to scream out loud. Wu-Tang's back for more.
more.
Beat is crazy.
Yeah.
They must have had sample issues with this though, because it's not on streaming no more. Like it's only
It's not on.
it's not on the album,
Yeah.
but it's on
It's not on
the
album.
Don't Be a Menace
Yeah.
soundtrack. It's not on Title neither.
Yes, it is.
No,
Nah.
it's only Don't Be a. It's on the Don't Be a Menace soundtrack. It's not on the album though.
It's on the album on title.
Dog,
I'm looking right at it
it's
right
not
now.
on the album.
It's on the album on title, bro.
It's not. I'm looking right at it, dog. It says 6 and then it goes to 8. It's not on.
Oh
there.
yeah, okay, yeah, okay. My bad.
He threw it on the table and was
My
wrong.
bad. You right.
There you go. I'm still wrong.
man,
It's
yeah.
not on. But the song actually is on title, but I don't even want to.
Everybody knows the song though. Everybody knows
Yeah,
the
it's a
song.
classic.
Kappa kills that last verse. He goes
What?
in.
He
He goes in.
murdered
like,
it.
He
Blacks
murders it.
out. Kappa
Yeah.
blacks out on that
Yeah.
joint. Song is crazy, but this is a classic Wu Posse cut. Man, this beat is so crazy. Classic, man. Track number 8, Box in Hand, featuring
Wu-Tang will
Method
survive.
Man and Raekwon. Yeah, that
No.
Yeah.
that Jackson 5 Never Could Say
Yeah.
Goodbye
Oh,
sample.
man.
It's cool, man. Not my favorite beat though.
Every
But it's
time
okay.
we rip the party,
I like this song.
Meth gives a nice verse on here though.
Yeah. Meth goes in.
That's my favorite. I think that's my
Yeah.
favorite part, the singing part. I think
Yeah.
that's dope. But it's cool. Not my favorite beat, but the meth goes in though. Meth goes in for sure.
Yeah.
Track number 9, Fish.
Which is produced by True Master.
Yep, it's not. This the only song is not
Yeah.
produced by RZA. It features Raekwon and Capadonna. It uses another clip from the movie Crying Freeman. It's cool.
Man. I like this
You
one
like
too,
this?
man.
This your
Yeah,
favorite?
we eat fish, toss salads, and make rap.
It just
ballads.
was, yo, it was the interludes that lead you into
Yeah.
the song on this album, man. I'm telling you. It was like they was way ahead of their time, man. Especially with the martial arts movies and all that. Like,
But it's like
crazy.
but it's like a hint of like street crime shit too.
yeah.
You know,
I think this album is different because this album it wasn't just Wu-Tang karate thing. It was more of the street movie clips. I don't think the other albums had this much movie
Joyce
clips
coming.
in it like this. All right, track number 10.
Said we eat fish.
Oh, he got bars. Okay. You got bars? All right. Track number 10. Camay. Camay. How you say it right? That's the right way to say it? Camay. Featuring Raekwon and Capadonna.
Yes.
This is a song for the females.
This
Teddy
song,
Pendergrass sample.
Yeah.
This sample was crazy.
Yeah, love was never born to help say goodbye.
Yeah.
This song, yo, I mean,
Yeah.
yo,
They had a
smoking?
video,
You
they
say
had a
you
video
smoking?
for this.
Ghostface got the best verse on this song right here, man. Like, yo, this one's crazy verse, yo.
You know how we do.
This video was crazy. Video was crazy.
What's the deal, Goldilocks? Sitting, nothing. I'm just hibernating. Love that watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I like that joint.
But the video got Method
It's
Man
only full of
as a
rain.
bartender in the video, so that's dope. You know what I mean? Like seeing all like the people together. and
Brotherhood.
stuff.
They were
Yeah,
still.
the
This is when they
brotherhood,
were still all together like
yeah,
that. Though.
that was dope.
Yeah, video was crazy.
Negotiating, is you with me, is you waiting, sweet as carrot cake faking, and plus you don't eat turkey bacon. I don't get down like that. I don't get down either. Huh?
You acting like a
Like a rap teaser.
Like the yo, Raekwon was on.
Sound
his
like a
shit.
jewelry exchange plus a range. Come on, stop it, man.
Oh man, well, we're gonna go right to that, to track number
Oh
11.
my goodness.
Daytona featuring Raekwon and Capadonna. This is the
We
second
are
single.
the G-O-D.
We gotta pay respect to the Force MDs from Staten Island.
Kanye messed up.
The whole singing, you know what I'm saying?
That was
Like,
Force MDs on
yes,
that? I ain't
from
know.
Staten
That's
Island.
something new.
In the
Yo,
world today.
Force MDs from Yo, that was major. Yo, you got the Force MDs from Staten Island.
Yeah,
They from
that's a
Staten
good one.
Island.
That's a
They coming on fresh off house party and all them. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that was.
Fuck with Wu-TANG Killah beat.
And when that beat dropped,
Oh
man,
man.
they start going up. Oh man,
Oh my.
that beat is crazy.
Oh, that video, yo, I was like, yo, at first I hated it, and then it was like, how they had the motherfucking cartoons like they was rapping. I was like,
But they're not in the video. That's the crazy part.
just
Got the Speed Racer.
No, this beat was crazy.
Shout out to EPMD for sampling it first from
Yes.
Bob James.
And a lot of people sampled this.
Yeah.
Sample
Yeah, absolutely.
afterwards. A lot of people use this sample in rap. A lot of people. This beat was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Ghost and Ray and Capadonna, they just ran this, man. They ran this.
He said, "Piss out the window on Turk. Piss out the window on. What did he say? Hold on. Yeah, yo, they killed this joint, yo. This is classic hip hop.
fuck a union.
Classic hip hop record, yo.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Man, classic Wu-Tang.
Yes.
Classic.
Absolutely.
Ghost and Ray, Cap. Like, man, they killed this. It was the second single on the album. Track number 12, Motherless Child, featuring Raekwon and You Got.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Another
Another dope song.
Another storytelling joint featuring Raekwon.
I feel like this was on the Sunset
I
Park soundtrack too.
can't.
I don't know about that one.
I think it
No
was.
one ever will.
Maybe.
You don't like that joint, Pito?
Peter.
Stop it,
Yeah. Come on,
Pito.
Pito.
It's a classic.
Rich man, poor man, read the headlines. Shit like that.
That's terrible.
These Queens people, I tell you.
It's terrible, man. Track number 13,
My favorite song.
Black Jesus featuring
this.
Raekwon
Favorite song on the album.
and You Got.
My favorite song on the album, from the Jewels and then the beat dropping.
Yeah, Papa Wu.
Raekwon killed this joint. Oh my goodness.
I like the. That part is crazy of the beat.
Hit me. I don't want to hear nothing. Oh my
man,
got to pay.
Papa Wu kicking knowledge on here in the beginning too, man. Kicking that knowledge. This Black Jesus, this beat is crazy. And
I might go back and watch his verses, man, just because.
And
man.
You got off on here too. And the people that don't respect you got off.
It came in right here.
He definitely did.
He
said, "Don't your man turn himself inside out? You know he'll flip out and die from where he see the stuff that's going on inside."
Rest in peace, Papa Wu.
Come on,
rest in peace, Papa Wu for sure.
He said all these things must happen. They must take place. He said, "Man, people go back and talk about Adam and Eve and one man, one woman. Ain't no such thing, God. Everything you must see will always what be. No matter whom or what, it's got to be." Talk cash shit on that, Papa Wu.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
I don't want to hear nothing.
All right, track number 14. After the smoke.
R.I.P. to Sweat, my baby. Turned me on to this.
After the smoke clear. Rest in peace to Sweat. After the smoke clear, featuring Raekwon and the RZA.
I love this beat, man. After the smoke
is done.
What's that? The Delphonics?
Yeah.
After the smoke is clear.
Yeah.
WU-TANG on fire.
Like, yo, like, how are you getting these samples and like you getting these people on?
This is a classic, Pito. You might gotta go lock in one night, take a sip of Henny.
It's too late.
Take a ride. It's too late.
It's too late.
People said that.
This is a classic album right here.
Watching Jurassic Park. Ghostface.
Yeah, this beat, this sample and everything was crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy for sure. All right, track number 15.
Classic.
All That I Got Is You.
What they give you, blood?
All That I Got Is You featuring Mary J. Blige and Papa Wu.
What you doing in here anyway?
This is a classic.
You ought to be home with your mama.
Verse.
How old are you, boy? 13. 13. Damn. And he said, "Them bastards must be running out of niggas to lock up."
Classic. This is the first single, one of the realest hip hop songs ever. One of the most vivid hip hop songs ever.
It's like Tupac's Dear
DJ
Mama.
Khaled said he cried on this part of the verses.
I got a story behind this, man.
This is like Tupac's Dear Mama, Ghostface's All That I Got Is You.
Man,
right underneath.
Look, man, two at the foot, two at the head. I didn't like to sleep with Johnny peed the bed.
7 o'clock, fucking roaches
at the cereal box.
Family ain't family no more.
Man, yo, I got a story behind this though, man. Me and Trap was in the car. This
on the TV.
This is when you used to buy the singles.
Wasn't even we survived winners.
So we put this single on, and we told his mom. We said, "Yo, listen to this. Listen to this. This Ghostface Killah. All That I Got Is You." She never heard it. Never heard of Ghostface. She put it on the car radio. Damn. She put the single on. She listened to it. She started crying.
Oh shit!
She started crying. I ain't gonna never forget that, man. That's how powerful the song was.
Two at the head.
She a grown woman.
Sleep with John
Ghostface song made her cry, man.
Roaches out the cereal box.
She killed it. Like
so we shared the same spoon watching Saturday cartoons. In the summer, free lunch held us down like steel.
Yeah, this is a classic.
Yeah,
classic song. The video was crazy with like the orchestra and stuff.
Yo, all the Wu members,
all the Wu was in there.
They're in the video, yo.
I mean, for him to get a Mary J. Blige feature is big at this point.
But she wasn't in the
He
video.
said, "My friends might be laughing.
But she did the
I
song.
spend stamps in stores. Mommy's wears the toilet paper. Use the newspaper. Look, Miss Rose gave us the couch. She's the neighbor." Come on, Pito.
Said things is deep. My whole
it wasn't that Rosie out motherfucking Queen.
Said things was deep. My whole youth was sharper than clear.
Wow.
2 brothers were
dystrophy killed me. That's real life.
And they're in the Hulu series.
Yeah, that's real life.
Can't get out
he's not lying about that. It's real life he talking about,
They
man.
confined to the wheelchairs. Like, man, that's crazy.
2 brothers with muscular dystrophy killed me. Oh, that's classic.
Classic. It's all from the heart, is what he said.
All from the heart. Oh, man. Mary J. Blige killed the hook.
Yes.
Papa Wu gave the jewels again.
Yes.
Classic. Single. One of the greatest, one of the realest hip hop songs I ever heard.
Man. Yeah, I agree.
It's at the top of the list. Track number 16. Now for y'all that don't know and y'all looking at it now and y'all got it on streaming sites, the Soul Controller is actually track number 16 featuring the Force MDs. You're not going to see that on new presses after the year 2001. You're not going to see Soul Controller on there. My album has Soul Controller on there.
You can find it on YouTube.
Oh my, does it?
Yes,
it does.
definitely has Soul Controller on there.
You can definitely find it on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube, it's on there too. YouTube, but anything after 2001, the Soul Controller is not going to be on there anymore.
The Sam Cooke sample, pretty much.
Yeah, and it's featuring the Force MDs also. But you're not going to see this on, so you got to do your homework, YouTube, or get the original pressing to see this. But that's track number 16, and then track number 17 on the original copy is Marvel featuring the RZA.
Yeah,
that beat crazy. Beat dope. That beat's super dope. That beat is super dope. But Iron Man, it received critical acclaim upon release. The album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200, and
classic.
It's selling 156,000 copies in the first week. It went on to be certified platinum, and Iron Man remains Ghostface's best-selling album of his career.
Wow. Yeah. Over Supreme?
Over Supreme.
Wow. I believe it.
Best-selling album, yes.
This was a classic, man. This was like one of the best albums that came out during this time.
All right, so what was the impact of Iron Man after its release?
Wow. During the time of all the albums that dropped with Iron Man, it was keeping the Wu right in the mix.
Yeah.
Word, if not at the top. Because this was one of those albums with the videos, Ice Cream video, you know how many times that video got played? That was one of the best videos ever. To my butter pecan Rigas.
Ice Cream on Raekwon album though.
Well, yeah, but they still dropped that the video around the time of this album.
Yeah.
If I ain't mistaken.
I think Iron Man.
Go look at it.
I think Iron Man impact was big. I would say it wasn't quite as big as some of the stuff that came before, but it was big enough that the flag was still being carried, high enough.
Yeah.
High enough. Like it may not have been exactly Cuban links, but he represented the Wu well. Very well.
Yeah, I agree,
definitely. Now, this was the album that say, all right, when's the next Clan album? Then this was the lead up to WU-TANG Forever. So
this the last one for WU-TANG until WU-TANG Forever, which that's a big lead up.
What took a while to come out after this?
Well, it came out the next year.
93 to 97.
I mean, it took like half the year. Half the year. It came out in June or something. Yeah. So like half the 1997. But the Wu was a double album, so they had to to get ready for that.
One thing about Ray and Ghost, man, they kept them dope interludes, man.
Yeah.
Them interludes made the album, man, and they just pulled you into the song just by the interlude. And once you hear the interlude, you was already there, and then it made sense on blending with the song. It was so potent at that time, man. Like they was like no other, man. They was on a different type time.
How would you describe the sound of Iron Man?
Futuristic. Futuristic with a splash of that throwback vibe mixed in with things that was going on at the time. Because that Daytona 500, man, that put Jokers right inside the cartoon and right into the whole look.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the real Daytona 500 didn't take that song as an opening or something. For real.
Pito, you're a producer. What do you think about the sound of Iron Man, production-wise?
I liked a lot of the samples. Some of them songs, it's just RZA. It's too much RZA.
Too much RZA.
Well, they produced all of the songs.
No. I mean the way he be going off sometimes.
You wasn't into it?
No.
Nah.
No, a lot of I liked a lot of the beats on there, but sometimes RZA.
Well, I'll say that Iron Man's sound to me was different than Cuban Links. I don't think they exactly sound alike. And I think Iron Man was different because I think Ghost, and they went heavy into other movies other than like karate movies. It was a lot of other samples, but it was like street elements to the movies though that fit his album. But I feel like, I feel like the production was dope and it was still gritty, but it sounded different to me from you know, I think Ray's was like more like Gambino kind of grimy, like drug organization, and I think Iron Man was more street level or something. I don't know, it was a little different to me. It wasn't the same.
I feel like Ghost album's more heartfelt, I guess. It was more like this is my chamber, this is my life. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying?
But he's always been like that. He's always been more personal.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
always
very open.
Share, you know what I'm saying? Share more of his life.
Yeah.
So that's that to this day. You know, Ray wasn't giving more personal, you know, stuff like Ghost was. He was giving
more intimate.
There you go.
Yeah,
I like that word. And the production was still grimy.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was still, but I just think it was different from Cuban Link. What you think, Freaks? Sound wise.
I just think that it was blending off that Cuban Link sound, but it was just something different about it that put it in a different lane. You know what I'm saying? Because was it better than Cuban Link? No. But did it have the sounds that Cuban Link reflected that made it a good album? Yes, it did. Yeah. And I think that goes, you know, he tweaked it in his own way to make it a classic, man. And you can't disrespect those songs on this album. You know what I'm saying? And if you did, it's only a slight midge. But this is a complete album.
RZA changed when he made this album.
You think he changed from what?
He changed.
Explain yourself.
Bit. The sound is different. He's still RZA, but he's using more brighter samples.
So it's like
not as dark sampled as
Cuban Link.
Tape, yeah.
The purple tape.
I'll tell you this though,
I can agree with that.
I can go with that.
The quality of the sound is better than the Cuban Link. Cuban Link sound like it's recorded on some playing.
It got better. It got better.
Yeah,
and I think that's what made it that grittiness made it so. But I agree with you. This don't sound like that.
It sounds a lot better.
Equipment.
Maybe you're right. You're right. Maybe. And also, I heard Ghost say from his own mouth that he said that he actually probably would have wanted his album to sound more like Cuban Links, but he was in a dark space in his life at the time, and he actually said his music came out a little different. He said he actually would have wanted. He said some of the songs on here do sound like Cuban Links because he made it at that time, but then he started going through stuff. He had found he had diabetes and different things in his life, and he said his music got darker. And so it made the sound of the album change.
After the Smoke is Clear is one of them. Yeah, that was one of the songs that got he led into that dark space. Yeah. And then all I got is you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he said the album actually reflected what he was going through in life. It changed and it got darker because of what he was going through in life. Or you might have heard more of a sequel almost. You know. So what did this album do for Ghostface as a solo artist?
I think it just showed his chamber of being in Wu-Tang. Like, yo, this is my story. This is my, you know what I'm saying? This is my lane. So this is.
I think it put him in that lane where to know that, all right, we know that Ray got this, but I got that.
Yeah.
We know that Meth got that, which makes us complete.
We know Jizza. We know ODB's. Now it's my
ODB
time.
got his. Yeah, everybody
now it's my time to tell my story.
And he was able to have a lane like maybe some didn't. Like for me, I'm a Wu fan, so when it came to like knowing the MCs out of that whole Wu clique, I know who they were, but it's who the people gravitated to. But the real hip hop heads and really know Jizza was a problem, man.
Oh, Jizza was definitely a problem.
Jizza was the head. Jizza was that dude.
He was the head. You know how they said. Jizza was the head.
They falling like Voltron.
Yeah, happened to be the head. You know what it did for Ghostface as a solo artist? I think it gave him the confidence. Like, okay, this is just the beginning. Yeah. Now I'm about to take my creative thing to another level. I know I can do it. Yeah. I know I can do it with my name behind it, with just me, with me being the feature guy.
Yep.
Now I'm about to take it to another level. This is only the beginning of my creativity as an artist, man. So I think it just gave him the confidence to like, yo, I'm a shine. Like, all right, now I know I can do it. Now let's go. Right. I'm going to take it to another level. Definitely. And I don't necessarily even need all RZA. I feel comfortable on my own now. So I think it put the battery in his back for sure.
Yep, I agree.
All right, here we go. Iron Man, is it a classic?
I'm gonna say yes.
I think it's definitely a classic. I think it's a classic.
For it
Yeah,
to be
I think
a
it's a
classic,
straight classic,
you gotta have
man.
all the songs that are liked.
So it's not a classic. So
No.
let's answer the question first. It's not a classic,
No.
and why? Why is it not a classic?
Because I don't
Peter?
like almost half the album. I don't like.
Wow.
Wow.
Almost half the album?
Yeah,
Out of 17 songs, you only like
7.
wow. So it's 10 worthless tracks on there.
I wouldn't say rhymes and worthless. I just didn't.
I got one thing
I
for
don't
you.
like the beat.
I got one thing for you, Pito. What you doing on our turf, punk?
Oh man! Wow.
It don't hit me like Purple Tape.
Well, I
It
agree
don't
with
hit me
that.
like
But that
36
does that mean
Chambers.
it's not a classic?
Yeah, of course it's doing. If it
Purple
don't,
Tape is a classic.
if it don't vibe with him, it's not a classic.
No,
All right,
it's
well.
not that. I mean,
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah, I think it's a classic. But
I think it's just y'all saying it's a classic. I have
oh
never
wow, we're
heard
just saying that
anybody-
Iron Man's a classic. Just us.
I haven't heard anybody else call
Oh,
this
that's a
classic.
lie. That's a lie.
This
I don't-
hasn't even been in conversation of classic.
What?
Like they say Biggie, they say Purple Tape. Everybody says it's a classic.
This hasn't been.
no.
Oh, I don't know what conversations you've been in, Pito, but they say Iron Man's a classic, dog.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now I agree. I agree with the Purple Tape part, but they say
Everybody, I seen everybody got Purple Tape in the car. This isn't in the car.
wow.
I'm going off of getting other people's cars. I'm going off of, other people's cars, what you hear on the radio. Now, his singles off this played a lot on the radio. This album was single driven, but it's not a
So
classic.
you're saying Queens wasn't really rocking with Iron Man like that? Is that
No,
what you're
his
saying?
singles,
You're gonna
though.
speak for Queens.
His Camay is the one with Mary J. Blige. All
All
those.
that I got is you. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's your opinion, Pito. I respect
I
your.
agree.
I respect your opinion, Pito. You agree with him?
I agree that that's his opinion.
Where do you have this album ranked at in Ghost discography? Ghostface's discography.
Would I take this over Supreme Clientele? No. I feel like this is his second best album.
I agree with you. I think
Yeah.
Supreme Clientele is his second album. Is when it was the equivalent of when you in a zone in basketball.
Yes.
You just couldn't miss. I
dropping
feel
50
like
every night.
I feel like Supreme Clientele, he couldn't be touched. Like he was in his all the way in his bag. I'll take that number one, but I'll take Iron Man number two. But let me just say this: Ghostface has one of the best discographies. He got a lot of
he
dope
does.
albums. He got a lot. But I'll take number one, Supreme Clientele. Number one, Iron Man. Number three, Fish Scale, which I thought was super dope.
Fish Scale was very dope.
Number four, I didn't like this album when it came out. I don't know why, but it grew on me over the years. Bulletproof Wallets, number four, and then Big Doe Rehab.
That was a very good
Number
album.
5. But he got more joints though. I like the Pretty Tony album. Like that was pretty good.
Even
like
what's it doing? More Fish. That was dope.
Apollo Kids too.
Yeah, Apollo Kids, yeah, that was dope, too.
He got some
Yeah.
dope joints, man. But I'm gonna say Supreme Clientele number one though. Supreme Clientele to
yeah.
me was like, whew. He like
Talk about
perfected.
it.
He
There's no such thing
perfected
as a
it.
sophomore slump in Ghost.
No.
catalog. That's-
Where you got this ranked in the Ghostface album? You got this number one, Freaks?
Wow, Supreme Clientele was dope. If not, Supreme Clientele was the only thing coming close. Neck and neck, Supreme Clientele. Neck and neck, Supreme Clientele. My final vote.
Yeah, final vote. Pito, do you even know any Ghostface albums other than, you barely know
No.
this one. Do you know, have you heard anything?
I put this one as number one because it's the only one I heard.
That's a good answer. Missy's honest.
Disrespectful. What is your, where's, in the Wu's solo discography, where would you hold Iron Man? Wu's solo discography.
I would say number 4. I would say Cuban Link, Liquid Swords, then Iron Man. So that's 3. Yeah, 3.
I'm gonna say Cuban Links. I'm gonna say Cuban Links, Liquid Swords. I'm missing something.
ODB.
No,
Your top 3?
Nah. I'm not.
You going with your top 3?
Yeah, I'm missing something that. Time out. I'm tripping. Cuban Links, Supreme Clientele number 2, Liquid Swords number 3, Iron Man number 4, and then probably number 5. I'm gonna go. I don't know, man. Maybe Purple Tape 2 or something like that. I don't like all the solo albums like that, So probably Purple Tape 2 or something at number 5. What you got, freaks?
Cuban Links. Oh man, this is hard, man. You know what? Wow, this is very hard, Carl. I ain't gonna even front with you.
Solo, not as a group.
Solo albums.
Yeah.
Cuban Links. Top 4, top 5, what?
Top 5, dog.
Top
Come
5?
on, top 4.
Cuban Links. Fuck it. Iron Man. Supreme Clientele. Immobilarity.
What?
You already know that's my look.
Come on, man.
You already know that's my look. That's my look. No, matter of fact, Liquid
Immobilarity.
Swords, then Immobilarity. Top 5. You already know how I feel about Immobilarity. Till Ray called me in. I explained every motherfucking thing he said on the album. That was one of my joints.
Gosh.
That's a good album.
Solo album. That's a good album. That's one of my favorite albums, bro.
I don't know, Peter, what you got? One solo album.
Yeah, ODB, number 1.
Return to the 36 Chambers.
Oh, my gosh.
Number 2
Rest in peace,
is
ODB, though.
Purple Tape. Number 3 is Liquid Swords. Number 4 is Tikal.
Oh, come
You
on.
take the-
Tikal was
Take
not
the
like
cow
that.
over this?
And then I'll take this. That's fine.
Nah,
Man, that's
you know, bump your head,
blasphemous,
dog.
man.
You crazy.
That's blasphemous.
Oh, okay. I'll take Tikal out and put ODB's second album on. And then this.
That's blasphemous, man. What's your favorite song on Iron Man?
I like Assassination Day. Motherless Child is dope. I like Daytona 500. He got so many to choose from, man. So many good bangers on here.
One.
Number 1, I'm gonna go with all that I got is you, man. I think that song was just so powerful. That song was just so powerful, man. Then I'm gonna go with Daytona 500, and then I'm probably gonna go with Winter Wars after that. I'm gonna go with Winter Wars number 3. I'm gonna go with All That I Got Is You, Daytona 500, Winter Wars. That would be my top 3. But I really like that Assassination Day. I really like that Black Jesus too. So he got some joints on there. That probably round out my top 5 songs. But All That I Got Is You. That joint was heartfelt, man. That joint hit different. What about you, man? Your top songs on
I don't
Iron
make songs
Man?
like that no more.
My top song on Iron Man, definitely number 1 is Black Jesus. That's one of my joints, man. Yo, man. That's a classic, man. Then All I Got Is You, of course, man. It was so deep and so vicious, man. Daytona 503. Shit, man. Camay, number 4. Yeah, Assassination Day, number 5. And it came in track 5.
All right.
Okay, Sean, where you at?
I just gave you.
Oh, okay.
Any albums came out in the last 25 years that remind you of Iron Man?
Ooh, now this is big.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
I don't got nothing for this, freaks.
Nah.
I know this is normally your reaching
I'll be
section.
reaching. I ain't reaching.
This is normally your reaching
I ain't
section
reaching,
when you ready to
man.
say somebody just came out last year.
Nah, I ain't doing that.
Somebody.
I ain't doing that. Fuck no.
Because it's not
This
a
is
crew
a
that
classic.
Gucci man.
Yeah, nah, this is a classic, man. This is a.
Nah, I don't really.
But on some real shit. But nah, he ain't got the interludes.
Oh.
I was gonna go with motherfucking Conway, man. The King joint.
From King to a God.
From King to a God.
From King to a God is dope.
You know what I'm saying? But he don't have them interludes. If he'd have had them interludes, that would have been dope.
I don't know about the Iron Man comparison, but From King to a God is hard.
Yeah.
That album, you know, I like that album a lot.
And Iron Man is hard.
It is hard.
It's two hard albums.
You know what? I ain't mad at that.
You know that you don't like that? That's an all right reach.
That's an all right reach. Because From King to a God is one of my personal favorites recently.
Yeah.
So that's a good reach. I ain't mad at that one.
I think based off how RZA was making the beats on this, I would say Pusha T's Daytona.
Okay. I would think
with the lyrics that he was spitting and the lyrics on here are similar. And you know, Daytona had those odd beats that was hard. That's the same.
I would compare that more to Cuban Links.
I would actually compare that more to Cuban Links. But okay, yeah, I think that actually reminds me of Cuban Links. Actually, Daytona a lot. But okay, I mean, they the same Wu family, so I ain't mad. I ain't mad at that. That's all right. What's next for Ghostface, you think?
I think he got like a couple more albums left, and I think that's it.
Well, he said Supreme Clientele's on the way, executive produced by Kanye West, not the RZA.
That is kind of scary for me.
Wait, he's doing it over?
Supreme Clientele 2.
We see how he fucked Nas around.
But he's shaking in my boots. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to get because he did Pusha T justice, so you don't know what Kanye you're going to get. But I'm interested to hear what it's
a high percentage chance we ain't getting the Kanye we looking for.
But I do like that new God Flow too with Ghostface on the remix. I like that, but he needs those type of beats. Don't let Kanye take over your whole project and tell you what
Kanye needs
you
to go back
like.
to the old Kanye to give beats to him.
Well, that's what I think he kind of did with Daytona for Pusha T. That's what I want to hear.
But those sound new.
But it could work. I think it could work if Kanye's in his right bag.
Go back to sampling.
It could work if Kanye's in his right bag. And then also Ghost is going to be part of the trilogy to close out the only Cuban Links. It's going to be a part 3. So Ghostface, he's going to close it out at some point. So Ghost is going to be a part of that. And then I would just like to see him. I would like to see an official Ray and Ghost album, Ragu. That's what I want to see.
That's been in a year.
Ragu, Ray and Ghost united.
Yeah.
I would like to see the official one because that Wu Massacre was a fail. I don't know. They ain't really put that together right.
Yeah, that was Ray, Ghost, and Meth.
Yeah, and the lineup is great, but they ain't put a lot into that. They just threw that together.
But that Ragu song, that was produced by, I say Pete Rock did that? Somebody did that beat, and it was crazy because it sounded like something right off of Cuban Link. That was dope.
All right, man. Well,
I think they should outsource.
They probably
go through a lot of producers.
They gotta find out.
It don't have to be known.
Yeah.
They could be underground producers. Like let them. They gotta sit and search.
Yeah, listen.
Well, I don't think RZA is in that realm, so they're gonna have to go with different people to try to create the same kind of feel. Because I don't think RZA's in the movies, and I don't think he's really in that space now. Like he used to be.
Too busy doing Wu-Tang Part 3.
Well, he is.
4.
All right, so 25 years later, man, Wu-Tang Clan, Iron Man. What do y'all think about the legacy of Iron Man 25 years later? Freaks, what you think?
Definitely a classic album. Definitely classic.
As far as what?
25 years later, the legacy of Wu-Tang Clan. The last question of the day.
Still stands tall. Soldiers tall. You know what I'm saying? Mega shield over it.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like on this album, on the actual CD. Looks like a Wu-Tang like bulletproof shield on
the Iron Man.
The Iron Man.
Yeah. Bulletproof.
Yeah, man.
I'm zoned out, man. My bad. I'm going into Ray artwork.
You're listening to the music.
Yeah, it got me in a different place.
We're doing the episode. Hey, you can listen to it afterwards, dog. We gotta finish out the
I
episode.
know.
Listen to Iron Man
I know.
Nah, it's a classic, man. It held the Wu flag up high, continued the Wu-Tang legacy. The last of the dope solo albums produced by the RZA before Wu-Tang Forever, and then after that, he wasn't really as active and into the albums anymore, the solo album. So this is kind of like the last of the Wu and they solo album legacy of that first crazy run they went on. And this album stands tall, and it's a part of Ghostface's legacy, and it's a classic, man. Wu-Tang, Staten Island, he held it down on this joint.
Yo, but
I agree.
But there's no other crew that can come out with all these members and come out with 5 straight classic banger albums.
Word.
Like, yo.
Word.
You just can't do it.
Yo, man. Yo, congratulations. Salute to Ghostface. Salute to the RZA, Wu-Tang Clan, Raekwon, Capadonna. Happy 25th anniversary.
Yes.
Happy 25th anniversary to Cuban Links. You know, if you haven't heard If you haven't heard Ironman, go back and check out Ironman and Cuban Links, man. Classic album.
Yes.
You know, salute. Happy 25th anniversary, Ghostface Killah. Go check out that Ironman. You know, we Concert Crew Podcast. Make sure you go follow us at Concert Crew Podcast. Make sure you go download, subscribe. We on all digital platforms. Make sure you go to our YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out all of our videos, man. We here for the culture. Iron Man, happy 25th anniversary. Yo, Pito, hit us with the fader. We out.
Yeah.